Alright, good morning everybody. I'm going to do this as a regular video, which is okay because I don't have a lot of time anyway. I was trying to do it as a live, but on the yard, and we have like here, like there's trailers here from our company, JB Hunt, Western Express. There's a facility where they store other people's trailers. I don't know if they rent the space. I'm not sure exactly all of the company, but almost even Walmart has trailers here at this facility. So we have a facility over here that houses a lot of our trailers. I'm going to show y'all real quick. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Well, I'm going to turn it around this way so you can see. But if you look, you can see over there, EMP, JB Hunt. So they have that part. I don't know if y'all saw that. They have that part. And then we have the yard where I'm on. And it's all connected. But there's so many different things. I don't know if the electronics, and already this is ghetto mobile, so I don't know if the electronics are, because phone calls are fine. It's just whenever I do lives, it doesn't do good on this phone. But in this area, and I'm sitting right off of the freeway too, so there's some towers around here. There's a facility here that does our mechanic stuff. I know there's electronics in there. The main building where I'm at right now is in the fuel aisle, which I'll be leaving out of here in a second. Anyway, this video is really to talk about trucking and customer service, okay? And I'm going to use my example. And I know that night customer service sucks, and I know that weekend customer service, that has been like that since 2010 when I first started trucking. And most truckers I talk to, regardless of the trucking company, it's the same issue. But lately, and I've gotten to the point where I don't care, but I know also I think they don't care. And I don't know if it's because they're not making enough money. I don't know if it's because they're understaffed, which I know that they are. And I don't know if it's just the BS they have to put up with in general. I hated customer service on the phones. I did phones entry level. I did it all the way up to management. So I get it. But I also get to a point where I'm just not going to deal with the BS. And I told my dad I've stopped caring. My family is a family that has a lot of work ethic. It really does. My father's a hard worker. My mother even though me and my mother don't get along and she's special, she worked hard. We all have. My mom was a workaholic, and I pretty much was virtually the same way as well. And my father's a hard worker as well. You know, he worked hard. You know, we all work hard. I mean, even my grandparents, we just hard working. But when it comes down to, and the youth have a word, I call it shenanigans, but the youth have a word called fuckery. God forgive me, I'm just going to put it like that. And that's the new word. I'm like, I get it. When it comes down to that, I'm so good. I'm so good. So with this load that I'm on, and there's other loads I could give you examples on, but with this particular load, I communicated with them, hey, they're going to have to rework the load. Oh, let us know how it goes. I got pictures of the Qualcomm message. That was it in the conversation. I sent in, once the load was done, well, I sent in while I was waiting for the load for my scale, because I knew I was going to have to scale it. I scale before I fuel. And then they had me go to our terminal to fuel, which is a hot mess, because whenever you go into the terminal, you have to go through the inspection bay, which is a guy just walking around the truck not doing anything at night because only one or two people there. But by the time you get through, maybe 3 or 4 trucks in front of you, people waiting. Maybe if he does find something wrong, change out a light or working on a tire, and you waiting, you could be at the terminal anywhere from a half an hour to an hour, so each to your clock. So by the time I started my whole trip for this load that I'm still on, my last stop is hopefully today or tomorrow morning. And then hopefully I'll get something with some miles on it. So this week is kind of shot. I'm not going to make that much money this week again. And it's not anything, in my humble opinion, that I can do about it. It's nothing I can do about it. That's just honesty. Well, I could have taken the load overweight. I could have taken it illegally into California, as some of these other people do here at this company. And then hope that I don't get pulled in. And hope that there's no problem with DOT. I try to do things the right way, but at this particular company, it bites you in the butt, okay? Because you're not going to make as much money if you do the right thing. So the people who don't do the right thing, they're taking home checks, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 maybe a week, because they're taking broken equipment. They're dropping off equipment that is not in the right shape, that they don't report to be fixed. I mean, even when I was with one of the trainers, one I didn't get when I fractured my ankle, that crazy lady, we had picked up a trailer something with lights on it. And she says, don't put anything on the Qualcomm about the lights. She said, if we get pulled in, we'll just tell them that it just happened. Because for her, it's about making the money. I already know that the equipment is substandard, so I'm going to make the money. or some of the equipment. I ain't gonna say all, but some of quite a bit on the trailers, and that was dry van. But then what pisses me off with customer service, don't hit me up after I done dealt with the drama you should be dealing with, talking about, are you going to make on-time delivery? I just started ignoring them. Because if you couldn't help me when I had the problem at the shipper or at the delivery point, then why am I even talking to you, communicating anything with you? If I told you, and I had already communicated that I knew I wasn't going to make the time with my driver manager, but I communicated and the conversation is done. When I left out after we realized that they had to rework the load, which ate into my 14-hour clock, so I forgot who it was. Some customer service rep hit me. First, they tried to call. I don't answer phone calls. I don't talk to anybody in the office unless it's my driver manager. One, I never trust trucking companies over the phone because while they are supposed to record the calls, I did customer service, and I know that you can make phone calls disappear. Okay, recordings disappear. But what's in writing, I can take pictures of. Yes, I can, and I do. So customer service rep is like, well, hey, I see you shut down, and we're just wondering if you're going to make... Wait a minute. Didn't I let you know that they had to rework this load? Do you see that this truck is sitting at a rest area? 2 and 2 equals 4. I'm going to the bathroom. I didn't even respond. But in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm not even going to respond to you. You're a fool. First of all, there's no way in hell I'm going to make the second appointment. That's what you should be working on in customer service. I got plenty of time to get to the first appointment on time. I had plenty of time to get to California and get to the first time. As a matter of fact, I was over an hour or so early to the first appointment. But the second appointment I couldn't get to because I didn't have any time on my 14-hour clock. So what you should be working on if you're customer service is working on getting somebody to take the load to the second appointment, because when I got done with the first appointment, I was literally a minute up the street from the terminal. You could have had a day cab take it an hour and a half up to Carson, deliver the load on time, bring it back, and then I could have done the third stop. So how important is this? So you full of fuckery. I'm sorry, you full of shit. God forgive me. I'm irritated. So at this point, I don't even talk to him anymore. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, where I sat for 21 hours, told him what was going on because we have to respond to detention messages. Let us know how that goes. Then, when the next day comes around, I already communicated with my driver manager, I'm not going to make this third delivery on time when y'all rescheduled it. I'm not going to make that time because I'm back at the terminal because I needed fuel. Because the fuel was down the day before when I went to take it to that location. So I needed fuel for me, fuel for the reefer, and then that was shenanigans too. So my time is coming up. I can feel it in my belly. But the customer service, what's your focus? You weren't focused on working with the customer I'm dropping to call them and say, hey guys, we got a truck out there. You guys told us the appointment was rescheduled for 2:30 and you haven't done that. Nobody's calling the customer. Zero. Actually, even once I let my driver manager know on Monday, I'm sure it was crazy in the office. She said, I'm letting customer service know. I never had any reply back. I finally got tired of sitting there and went back over and had a very stern conversation with the security guy. And the security guy's eyes got big because he saw I was hot. And he said, shipping and receiving is in there. Because the night before, they wouldn't even let us on the yard unless you were unloading, because it's borders and custom facility, okay? So they've got to watch who's going on and off their facility. It's the reality of it. And so finally, I got on there and I talked to the girl. I'm showing her pictures of what's on the Qualcomm, because like I said, I take pictures of everything. That girl said, ma'am, door 5. Because she saw I was hot. I said, ma'am, I've been here since 1 o'clock yesterday. You guys told me you're going to work me in. But the worst part is, my company, here you go, is showing me that this appointment was set for 14:30. So if you need to call them, they need to call you. Y'all need to work it out. But I've been out there for da-da-da-da-da time. It's your product on the back of this, and your product is about to end up back at the terminal. That's what's about to happen. And all of a sudden, she said, door number, whatever. But I shouldn't have to have those kind of conversations. I'm doing your job, but I'm not getting paid your customer service money. And then I don't want you contacting me as customer service asking me about delivery, shit. Because if you can't handle all of it, then you need to leave me alone and I'll communicate with you. Because I communicate. So, I don't know. I'm irritated and I know it's backwards. So you don't give a damn. Once I get to the facility, you're okay. She's there. I don't care about when they unload, whatever. And if it takes 21 hours, you don't care about that. But once the problem is resolved on the end of there that I've dealt with, the driver's dealt with, then you're worried about me getting to the next stop or the next delivery on time. Kiss my ass. That's where I'm at. So, like last night, I said, this was going on. This guy hit me up. I said, I've already communicated with my driver manager. She'll deal with it tomorrow. And then he said something else, and then somebody said, is this the load you're on? That's how, I'm going to read this. I communicated everything, and this is what this say. First said, are you okay for on-time delivery? I responded back with what was going on. And then a whole other person comes in and says, is this for your delivery? Who else's delivery would it be for, dumbass? Who would it be for? I'm sorry. And I used to, like I said, I used to do customer service. I used to manage customer service. And this is really dumb. Anyway, y'all, that's what I was going to talk about on there. It's only a 10-minute video. And, yeah, my time is coming. My time is wrapping up. I got to do a lot of phone calls today because my time, I'm done. I'm done. This week, I have not made that much money. Well, I don't know what it's going to be with the detention pay. I got to head towards Oakland right now to the ports. They got to get it rescheduled. The only good thing is somebody did fill up my reefer. It's just like right now, I asked for fuel because originally when I dropped the reefer, I knew I was going to need fuel before I left here because I kept getting off errors on our fuel pump, and I said I'm going to deal with it later. I had to get a shower, and I needed to wash some laundry last night. I needed my humanity because I was getting irritated. I have to get out the truck, and I have to get my mind on something else, or I'll get really pissed and tell them where they can do what they load. It's too many shenanigans. It's way too much shenanigans. And I understand, and I get it because if I'm dealing with it here, I can only imagine what they're dealing with inside that office because it's just too dysfunctional. It's too dysfunctional. Anyway, y'all, hopefully I'll have some news here. We're in December. I'm getting ready to start making my phone calls. So hopefully I'll have some news here in January, by end of December, January. I'm supposed to, January 4th, they're supposed to be grounding me to my dad, which I need to go hang out with him. So hopefully I'll make some money in the next couple of weeks, put some money away, and then go hang out with the pops for at least 2 or 3 days, probably about 3 days. And then I'm going to run a little bit more unless something really comes up good. And then I'm probably going to get their truck to them in Dallas or near wherever I'm going. So if I go to Shaw's place, it'll probably be somewhere in Texas. And then or it might be Texas that they'll have to bust me out of. Or get back to Phoenix and then have them bust me from Phoenix to wherever. I don't like flying, so hopefully that'll be the case, or however I get there. I don't know if it's Shaw's company. Like I said, there's 3 companies. I'm still like really hesitant on the Prime thing. I walk around the truck and I'm out of breath and I'm like, I have to do a DOT physical that's going to have me doing aerobics. I ain't going to win. I ain't going to win. You know, regular DOT physical ain't nothing. But man, right now I'm so out of shape. And it really kicked my butt. I got to start walking and kick my butt on the ankle thing and not walking right now as much. I'm still building muscle back in the legs from just that, from being down for that, like, was it 3 months, 3 or 4 months, and trying to get my legs back. I mean, that's not muscle, but it's not like it was. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2, y'all be blessed, and I'll upload this now.